Hello everyone, and this reflection was meant to be about Gran Turismo 5, a game that I really enjoyed, and I just want to start off by having a discussion on automatic updates. And you see, automatic updates are downloads, whether on the PlayStation, Xbox or the PC, for a piece of software, whether it be Microsoft Office Suite or a video game, Gran Turismo 5 in this case, and it periodically updates it, downloads small chunks, small patches to fix the software, to fix any bugs of that, and to keep it current. Maybe even add a new roster, in this case of sports games, or new fonts, stuff like that, to keep the existing stuff more current, more up to date. And so there's a bunch of downsides to this. One, if you haven't got an internet connection that is on all the time, that you can only edit, only log in for only a specific amount of time, because of money and whatnot, you're not going to get these updates. Second of all is the frequency of these automatic updates. It is a big flaw if the software that you're using, the game that you're using, has too many automatic updates, like constantly. That's why I stopped playing Star Trek Online. Just way too many, like thousands upon thousands, and you're just only booting up the game just once. So too many of automatic updates is a big thing. But in regards to Gran Turismo 5, when I went back to play it again in preparation for this reflection, I discovered that I had, number one, I had too many automatic updates, and number two, those updates were huge, as in 300 megabytes. Now, 300 megabytes in regards to like a DLC when you download it from the internet onto your PlayStation 3 or on your PC, that's okay, I understand that. For automatic updates, 300 megabytes is way too long, and you're just staring at the screen, loading that progress bar, just keep on going, and there used to be the joke that the PlayStation was just full of that, just progress bars, just keep on updating. And in a sense, they're right. But Xbox and I suppose Nintendo also suffer from the same problem, that the updates are too big. It's taking too long to download because you just want to plug in and you want to play. And that's essentially what I wanted to do. In preparation for this reflection, I wanted to play Gran Turismo 5, a game that I enjoyed when it first came out, when I first bought it. And now I can't enjoy it because it's going to take me too long to load up the game. So, boo to that. So this is me reflecting in a more broad manner, preparation, just on my memories of the game, which is fine, I suppose. So, Gran Turismo 5. My first history of the Gran Turismo series started with, Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation. And for the time, it had good graphics. It had thousands of cars, real world cars, not Lamborghinis and Ferraris like Need for Speed or Midnight Run. These were real cars, Hondas and Mitsubishis, and they weren't supercars either. They were just sedans, compacts, stuff that you could literally buy if you go to a dealership. And that was the appeal of that, racing the cars that you could quite literally find your own car in the game. You could do that. And I know many people have done that. I did it once, when my dad bought a Toyota Corolla 1979. I found that in the game. Pretty cool. So yeah, there's realism. They're real brands and they have the real logos. and there's so much detail in the game. Not in the graphics, because the graphics, for the first time ever, was reflections on the panel work, very realistic graphics. When you go back to Gran Turismo 2 nowadays, it's all blurry and digitized. So Gran Turismo 5 updated that, it cleaned it up, it made it all sharp, it made it all HD. The other more realistic thing is that the developers of Gran Turismo 5 actually stuck microphones in the car's exhaust to get the real sounds. It was all about realism, and that's what it promoted itself. Oh, excuse me. So, Gran Turismo 5 was really realistic. And the option to win money during races was also a very exciting thing to play the game. So at the time I was learning how to drive, and although it's not the most playing with your thumbs instead of like one of those Logitech steering wheels, it is the most realistic thing, but you could, bar from something like Grand Theft Auto 5 for example, like get used to driving. Also they did have license, different grades of license, A, B, C, International A, International B, which is designed to help you play the game. And for someone who's, for a young person who hasn't had much experience in driving, slowly introduce them like that. So that was a good thing. And also it was one of the first games that I remember that you could take a photo in-game and you can upload it. Now, with GTA 5, it's better say you can upload it to the web and you can watch it on your laptop, for example. But in in Gran Turismo 5, I'm gonna get them mixed up. GTA 5. So in GTA 5, you can take a picture of your car in 3D environments designed for photography in mind. The one I remember the most is the is the Hangar at Night and the Shinto Temple. And you can, you can control your car, you can drive up and down, move the camera all around, and you take a photo, and you can upload it to the crossbar menu on the PlayStation 3. Because Gran Turismo was, in those days, an exclusive to the PlayStation. So that was cool. And it essentially is a driving game. If you play them once, you've played them all. I think the appeal is like the realism, as I mentioned. Games like Forza actually let you customize it. It's better in that regard, but for its time, Gran Turismo was definitely the king of racing games, for a while at least. So, there's not really much anything to say, really. The only thing that I didn't like that much was a B-spec mode, where you play as the head of a racing team. And if you watch motorsport, you would know it will probably have much more appeal to you. But for me, it didn't really much have the appeal. When I play a driving game, I want to play it. I want to control the car. I don't necessarily want to direct cars to go left, go right, pit in, pit out. So it doesn't grab me. And yeah, I'm reminded of those pro wrestling managing games a long time ago. Man, maybe I should reflect on that. So, yeah, and the other thing, in Gran Turismo 2, watch a replay of a race, you can add visual effects and you can add camera angles to make it look like the real race. And with this new iteration, you've got the Instagram effects like the blue tint, and I know these names, but I just forgotten about them. Being a photographer, it just seemed boring. Yeah, that is the word. I'm sorry to say, but it seemed like the replay functions in GT5 is essentially boring compared to the ones of previous games in the series. So that's really disappointing. But Would I recommend it? I mean, I had a lot of good memories. I had, buying real cars, real Hondas, real compacts, and tuning them up, getting them to racing condition, racing them. Those were really fun, and they had a selection of thousands of cars, thousands of real-world cars from all decades. That was the appeal of Gran Turismo. But if I were to play a game, I can't play it again because it's going to take a long time to download all the automatic updates. And, I don't have the patience or the time, unfortunately, to sit at a blank screen watching the progress bar fill up. So, I can't say I recommend it. I can't. I think the newer games that come out recently, as of recording this March 2016, that I'm recording this, will probably be a lot better for you. If you're looking for a racing game, I wouldn't recommend GT5. I would probably recommend something newer. So that's it. That's all I have to say about Gran Turismo 5. A simplistic game, but something I found very enjoyable, but I probably won't be able to enjoy it anymore, which is a shame. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below or upload a video reply and I'll watch that. Thank you for watching. Bye.